Dude, it's been like 3 months since my last regular show video. Benson's totally gonna lose his crank when he finds out.
And that's why we don't have tickets for wrestling, because all you can think about is Benson's crank.
Alright, hello boys and girls. So, 3 months without covering regular show. I apologize about that. Don't worry. I've seen the comments of people saying things like, hey Corin, make more regular show videos. Corin, make a video on this character. I promise you, they're coming. They are coming. I have a Muscle Man video in the works. I have a Thomas video that needs to be redone and re-uploaded. Trust me, there will be more regular show videos. But guys, we have something way more important to talk about today. So about 4 months ago, I made a video called Regular Show is Back after it was announced that Regular Show would be one of many Cartoon Network classics to get a new series. And look, all you have to do is check the comments on that video to know that me and many other Regular Show fans were ecstatic to hear this news. Before I made that video, I had been saying for months that it just felt inevitable that Regular Show was going to be one of these Cartoon Network series coming back. Because if you haven't been paying attention, Cartoon Network has been slowly but surely bringing back a ton of their other shows. Adventure Time Fiona and Cake was renewed for a season 2, as well as an Adventure Time movie being confirmed in the works, which like, come on man, how long have we been begging for an Adventure Time movie? Then it was confirmed that The Amazing World of Gumball would be getting a 7th season. And let's be real, I don't know if there's a single person in the world that wouldn't be okay with more Gumball in their life. Now if only we could get an update on the movie, because this movie has just been in limbo for years. And then there's Steven Universe, which even though the show hasn't been confirmed for any new series, the series creator Rebecca Sugar has been consistently releasing new art surrounding the characters, as well as openly stating time after time again that if given the chance, she would definitely bring back the show. And when you look at these 3 series, Adventure Time, Gumball, and Steven Universe, there's only one other show missing from the equation that was another big factor while all these series were airing, and that is none other than Regular Show. So let's just say when it was announced that Regular Show would be coming back, I was the farthest thing from shocked. But I was really curious as to know how they were gonna do this, because in my opinion, Regular Show had a perfect ending. Say what you want about season 8, but the ending did wrap everything up pretty perfectly. And amongst most Regular Show fans, the ending is almost universally liked, outside of Mordecai just randomly getting what a bad chick, but that's a video for another day. And even though many fans were excited when the news broke, there was a good portion of the fan base that was skeptical at the idea of the show coming back. Because for one, we didn't know anything about this new series. We didn't even know who was going to be in it or what it's even going to be called, which led a lot of people to believe that it was going to be a reboot of the original series. And if you know the track record surrounding reboots in Cartoon Network, you know that they're not really known for hitting it out the park. Well guys, I think a lot of our worries might be put to rest, because over the last couple days, some major news has dropped around this new Regular Show series, and some of this info we weren't even supposed to be aware of yet. So I want to talk about everything that we've learned about this new Regular Show series, and also why I think the team working on this maybe, just maybe, could pull this off. So like I said before, when we first found out about this new series, we didn't know anything about it. All we knew was that we were getting a new show, but we didn't even get a name or a description to go with it. But over the last week, some alleged information on Warner Bros. Website might have gave a hint as to what this new show could be about. On their website, there was a job description for a production intern, and it said Warner Bros. Animated Regular Show Lost Tapes Production Intern LA Spring 2025. And if I'm being honest, when I first caught wind to this, I really got excited. Because from the sound of this title, it doesn't sound like this is going to be a reboot like many people thought it was going to be. When the news first broke about the show, a lot of people thought that this was going to be a reboot that followed an entirely different cast and not any of the original characters. Now, I personally didn't think it was going to be something that drastic, but I did think it was going to be something more along the lines of the comic book series Regular Show 25 years later, where the comics take place 25 years later after the main story, and we see that all the original park members are older and have kids. I thought it was going to be a show centered more around the next generation of park members and having Mordecai and Rigby more as mentor figures taking a back seat. But if it's true that this new series is going to be called Regular Show Lost Tapes, or even if that's going to be the theme around the show, then we could be looking at something completely different. We might be getting a series that takes place in between seasons of the main show. And the idea of it being an in-between series really makes sense when you think about the fact that at the end of the show, when Regular Show ended, we saw a tape pop out of a TV, with the tape being titled Regular Show, and you could hear that Pops was the one that pulled it out. So we know that while Pops is in heaven, he's watching and reliving all of his adventures with Mordecai, Rigby, and the rest of the park crew. So the Lost Tapes could just simply be a bunch of episodes revolving around crazy adventures that we never saw the park crew go on that Pops else is reliving, which in my opinion is a great idea for a series like Regular Show and probably the best option for it. Instead of introducing all new characters, go with the characters that we've already come to know and love, but make the stakes really low so they don't affect the already amazing story that is Regular Show. Have these episodes as more like side missions. But a name isn't the only bit of news we got, because earlier in the week it was also announced that Mark Hamill will be coming back to reprise his role as Skips. Which, side note, how did I never know that Mark Hamill was the voice of Skips? Like, that just completely blindsided me. But he would actually sit down and do an interview, and in this interview he would drop some new information about this new series. He would go on to say, here's an interesting bit of news. I just heard last week they want to do 44 more episodes of Regular Show. Bro, 44 episodes? That's like 4 to 5 seasons. Honest to God, did anyone think after Regular Show ended we would get 4 to 5 more seasons after almost 7 years? And yes, y'all don't even have to ask me, y'all already know the answer. I will be breaking down every single one of these 44 episodes. But that isn't the only bit of news he dropped in this interview. In the interview, he would also go on to say that William Sawyer, the voice actor for Rigby, asked him if he heard the news and if he was in. And Mark responded by saying there's only one Skips and he's very much looking forward to meeting with his old pal Rigby. So that almost seemingly confirms that we are getting Rigby and Skips in this new Regular Show series. And like I said in my original video, J.G. Quintel, the creator of Regular Show, is coming back as showrunner for this new series. And like many of you already know, Quintel is the voice of Mordecai, so it's like a 99% chance that Mordecai will be in this new series. Now all we need to do is get Muscle Man, High Five Ghost, and Benson and the gangs all back together. And you know, maybe Thomas can make a quick appearance. And honestly, even though it hasn't been confirmed that all the voice actors are coming back, knowing that a few of them are coming back and are excited to do it makes me feel so excited for this new project. I know there's a lot of people who don't like the idea of bringing back old series because they don't want them to be ruined, but I feel like when the time and effort is put in, the job can be done perfectly. And knowing that the creator of the show is going to be there every step of the way just makes me have so much more faith in this project. Now my only question is, where is this show going to air? Because immediately when this new show was announced, the first thing I thought was that it was going to air on Max, since literally all the Cartoon Network shows are under the Warner Bros. Umbrella. But I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with things, but they have been removing a lot of old Cartoon Network shows off of the platform. And look, they have been doing this for a while now, and the only reason a lot of people haven't noticed is because they've been slowly removing a lot of the less popular shows. But about 2 weeks ago, they did a removal that was just completely insane and had me just staring at my phone. Because it was announced that HBO Max was removing Regular Show, Chowder, Amazing World of Gumball, We Bare Bears, and Steven Universe. And look, you may not like every single show on this list, but these are undeniably some of the biggest and most successful shows to come out of Cartoon Network in the last decade. So the fact that they just removed it off the platform is so insane to me, especially when you think about the fact that they just announced 4 months ago that they were going to release Amazing World of Gumball Season 7 and a new Regular Show series. How in the world are you going to release new content while simultaneously getting rid of the old stuff? I don't know, to me that's honestly just a different level of disrespect. And I honestly can't see them just releasing the new Regular Show series on cable, since streaming is the big money player right now. So I guess we'll just have to see what they do going forward. But let me know how y'all feel about this new Regular Show project. I got more videos on the way. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the noti bell to be notified when I upload my next video. And until then, it's been your boy Corn XV, and I'm off this.
Turn on bus master like coke. Pull up in Rovers, it's over. Bitch, I'm cheese Sosa, this coke. Llama, it can't want no host. Bottle, it can't let me pour. High as fun, just like a float. Wanna glow up, let me show you. V long thug.